Hey, welcome back to Fire and Water Cooking. I am Darren, of course, and today it's kind of a little rainy here in Florida, but I like it that way because right now it's cooling it off because it's hot here in Tampa. And this rain right now is cooling it off. It's going to let me cook out here without sweating to death. So we're going to make some pork tenderloin sandwiches. Now these are in Indiana and Iowa, and I'm going to do probably a cross between one. I'm not going to make it quite as thin as they do, and not making it as big as they do. We're going to do it my way. Pork tenderloin sandwich. I'll be back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
Alright guys, like I said, the pork tenderloin sandwich, a fried pork tenderloin sandwich is, there's a couple places, if you look up on, just look on YouTube or anywhere. Iowa claims they make the best one, Indiana claims they make the best one, and invented it. They're both a little different. I've seen probably half of the ones on YouTube. They use a pork loin instead of a tenderloin, so I don't know why they call it tenderloin. I'm going to use tenderloin, and we're going to make it so it's nice and tender, so you don't have to pound the crap out of it and make it super thin. I'm not going to make it like some of them do where they make it really thin and big like this. I'm going to make it so it just hangs outside the bun. Since we're using regular tenderloin, not loin, it's going to be super tender. We're going to be able to bite through it. We're going to use some panko and some flour, season it up, and I'm just going to fry them up right here on my in my Hexclad chicken fryer with my gas burner right out here on the Fire and Water Cooking platform. Alright guys, so I'm going to get this cut up. I'm going to show you how I'm going to pound them down and season them up. I'll be right back. Hopefully I won't blow away. Alright, you guys are going to probably hear some thunder and lightning going on back there, but it's kind of far away now, but it did make it nice and cool. I did turn on my burner. Oop, thought I turned on my burner. There we go. So I got my burner going because I want this nice and hot. It's not going to take us very long to do this. So first of all, I got my Ziploc bag, my heavy duty freezer bag here. That's what we're going to pound these out in. And I got a pack here from Costco. This is a half of their 4-pack. So it's got 2 full tenderloins in here. I don't know if I'm going to cook them both up today or not. So we're going to go ahead and put this off to the side here on this little side table. Getting a little paper towel. So the first thing I am going to do, I am going to trim off this silver skin because I don't want this to be chewy at all. This silver skin will not cook down. It's going to be like leather. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that right off of there. Get as much of that off as you can, guys, because you will feel like you're biting into a piece of rubber if you bite into that and it's still on there. So just cut off any of that silver skin, any of that granny skin that's on here. We got plenty of meat on here, so I'm not really worried about it. Just take those off. Well, that's good. All that silver skin's gone. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these into about maybe 2.5 to 3 inch pieces here. And then we're going to pound them out just a little bit. We're not going to pound them out too much because I don't want them to be super thin. Well, I'm going to have a couple bigger ones here, I guess. Probably could have got 5 out of this one, but we're going to go ahead and just pound them down the way they are right now. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to cut this one in half again. There we go. So I got 6. Now most people will pound these down really super thin. I'm not going to. I'm just going to pound it down just enough to about maybe a quarter of an inch or so. Not going to take long. Like I said, these are going to be tender, and that's good. Since we're using tenderloin, they are tender. You don't have to smush them all the way down to nothing. Just get them about a quarter of an inch or so. And that's fine right there. Alright, I'm going to finish doing these up, guys. Then we're going to come back. I'll show you how I'm going to season them up, flour them up, and toss them in the fryer. Well, you guys can probably hear the rain now because it's raining pretty good on my pan roof here. So my oil is ready to go. I did have to turn it down just a little bit because it was getting kind of hot. So I got some egg and half in here. About 3 eggs, about a half a cup of half and half. And I'm going to put just about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons or so of hot sauce in the egg wash. Give a little bit of flavor to that. Just going to mix it in there with the egg and the cream. And then what I got here is about a half a cup of flour and about a little over 3/4 of a cup of panko breadcrumbs. I seasoned that up with some all-purpose fire and water cooking black garlic seasoning and a little bit of the black garlic and herb compound butter. I also made an aioli out of this that we're going to show you in just a minute. So we're going to go ahead and start getting our pork in here. So I'm going to take one, I'm going to go ahead and drench it in the egg wash. Now this is a thicker egg wash because I used that half and half. Didn't put any water in it, so it's going to stick. And since I got the flour in here with the panko, it's going to coat it just a little bit better than just the panko itself. But we're going to make sure we get it covered really, really good. I don't want to double dip this one because it will make it really, really thick. Shake off any excess. And we're just going to lay it right in the pan. That's frying up already. We're just going to do that with the rest of these. And like I said, guys, since we're using tenderloin and not loin, this is already pretty tender. So we don't have to worry about beating the crap out of it with the mallet to make sure it's tender. These don't take very long to cook at all. So probably by the time I get this other one in, I can flip the bigger one. And I'm going to move the camera over here so you guys can kind of see how these are cooking. There you go, guys. Now you can see how these are cooking. Take my tongs. I'm going to flip the first one. And it's already getting golden brown. Move that second one over. I got my plate sitting over here ready to take these off as well. Go ahead and egg up another one. You want to shake as much of that egg mixture off as possible too. Get as much of that panko on as you can. You can even push it down into the panko. Drop that other one in. Flip over the second one. Yeah, this is cooking up nice. This one here broke in half already, so I'm just going to let that finish up. Now these will be done in just a second. So I'm going to finish these up, guys. When we get done, I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to finish these off on the buns and all that. Alright, I'll be back. Well, here you go, guys. They're all done, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and build me pork tenderloin sandwich. I got me a Martin's big potato roll here with sesame seeds. Like I said, you're going to see many different ways to make these guys. I'm going to make it my way. I took mayonnaise, some Duke's mayonnaise, and I just put about 2 teaspoons of my black garlic and herb compound butter. Made a nice aioli out of it. And we're going to put that on the top and the bottom. Be very generous with this stuff, guys. It's going to be nice and creamy. Now you can put your ketchup and your mustard or whatever else you want to put on here. I've seen it done many different ways, so nothing's going to hold me back from doing it my way. With that piece of the tenderloin, I'm going to put a little piece of some crunch with the lettuce here. I've never seen anybody put cheese on these, so I'm not going to put cheese on it. You can, I guess, if you want to. No rules in my book. And then some pickles. I got kosher dills that I slice up thin myself, and then just a little bit of pickled onions for another bit of crunch. And that's what we're going to do. That's my pork tenderloin sandwich right there, guys. And we're going to take a bite of that in just a second, as soon as I get a nice picture of it. But make sure you try these out, guys. Like I said, you look on the YouTube, you'll find 100 different ways to make these. So do it the way you want to. What's going to make you happy. I don't have to be a traditionalist. I can make things my way. But this, tell you what, looks really good right now. I know it's going to be tender. And I know it's going to be delicious. So let's take a bite. Mmm. It's so juicy. Wow. A lot of different flavors going on. Taste a little bit of that heat from the hot sauce. Black garlic. Check it out, guys. Pork tenderloin sandwich. Whether you think they're from Iowa, Indiana, or anywhere else in the Midwest, make it, eat it, make it good. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and I'll see you on the next Fire and Water cooking video. Check out Fire and Water Cooking Edible Creations down below, and check out Fire and Water Travel, my other channel, where we talk about travel and food together. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.